Hey, welcome to Creekwood.aquatics. Nice to see you. I'm Nelson. If there's anything you want to see, you can always check out our catalog. Let me make sure our catalog's actually loaded today. And I can't turn on my iPad. Hey, Bo, how's it going? You got some cool stuff yesterday in your other streams? Let me make sure the shop is loaded. It's not, so click. There we have that. And then the coupon, make sure the coupon is added. All right, everybody, we're live. So the catalog is, I'm glad. But yeah, the catalog is full. The coupon is loaded. So the coupon today is save 20% on the first $20. Shipping today is going to be $30 flat rate. Look at the shop notes. We do recommend that if your temperatures are going to be below 60, that we upgrade to the next day service. Also, depending on the temperatures in your area, we will most likely have your package waiting at the UPS store so they can stay in a temperate area where they're not going to deal with all the temperature changes. Shipping at this time of the year can be difficult. It can be stressful. So we want to reduce the stress on the fish as much as possible. And I thank you all for working with me. But let's go. Let's go check out some really cool fish. If there's coral people here too, let me know. We do have a selection of corals. We have over 100 frags in stock. We do have some larger colony corals over here. So if you guys want to see our purple tip hammers, we have the giant cat's eye, some elegance, slipper corals. If you're into marine stuff, we have a small selection. It is growing every day. We do have these angels. These angels are on special. Whoa, get out of the glare. But they're $8 an angel. We have a 3-pack for $25. If anyone's interested in some angels, we can go ahead and get that going. If you're looking for some rarer African cichlids, we do have these guys. They don't come up normally in the trade, but these are clown labs. They're fairly young. They haven't colored up fully. You can actually see this guy that has the vertical bars on them. Their bars are going to turn dark blue. So the angels need special water or just treated tap. They can go either way. These guys are bred in tap water. Here at the shop, because I do bring in some imported discus, what I'll do is I'll do a water change. I'll top off with tap water. I'll fill with tap water, but then when I do my evaporation, I use RO. So yeah, this tank kind of gets a mix. But yeah, our pH stays 7.5, 7.8. Our temperature is 78 to 80 degrees. So angels are going to be one of two ways. They're either going to be perfect little angels or they're going to be little buttheads. But that's part of the personality. I have kept them in community tanks. I've had them be peaceful. But when they mature, when they get older, they do get a little pushy. So that's the only thing you have to watch out for. They get a little pushy, but what you do is you give them their own space. You put a lot of plants, you put a lot of coverage in there, and you can get away with it. Yeah, that's what tends to happen. So you want to make sure that your angels are fairly close to the same size. Yeah. Yeah, that'll help disperse that aggression too. But yeah, these guys have been great. We get these from a local breeder. I'm going to have to restock because I'm down to the last. Looks like I'm down to the last 9. But these guys are they're very good. They eat a ton. They eat flakes, pellets. They eat live foods. They eat frozen foods. They've never rejected anything they eat. I don't have pandas this week. I only have um, albinos, albino cories this week. So we're sort of on an off week. Usually we get fish in every week. I was supposed to get about 30 betas, and that fell through. I'm not getting them till next week, and then the following week I'm traveling to Houston, so we won't pick up fish orders until like the first week of December, after the holiday mess, all that stuff. But I said these angels, they're great, they're wonderful, they eat well. Um, yeah, we just want to make sure that when we ship them, that we try to give them the best odds. Another fish that's been popping up in popularity lately are the chili raciboras. So this is a variant. This is called the exclamation point. Let's see if I can get it to focus. You see a couple of them starting to pop up with their color. These guys are $4 this week. These guys do better in schools. But if you do have a microfish tank, little microplanted system, these guys are wonderful. They add a lot of dynamic movement. They are very tiny, but that's why they're perfect for little desktop tanks, 5 gallons, 10 gallons. Another fish that we got in this week that's extremely popular. They are a little pricey. We have the panda loach. If I can ever focus on them. There we go. Yeah, they're super cute. I think right now we have them in the shop for $38. I just might drop them down to 33 just to see if we could move some. But they also like to be kept in groups. They like to be kept in groups of 4 or more. So right now we have 4. I am planning on breeding these in the future. So if these don't sell this week, better for me because I can keep a pair for breeding. We have little clown loaches over here. Everybody loves clown loaches. They're a very popular aquarium fish. We have them this week for $16. They do like to be kept in schools of 3 or more. They're a little bit of an odd fish because they do like being with other loaches. They like to touch each other. They're constantly touching, feeling. They like that tactical feel. They like to lay on their sides and pretend like they're dead when I walk in here in the morning. But they're also really good snail hunters. So if you're having a snail issue in your tank, these are one of the con loaches that are highly recommended to eat those snails. Oh, and there's a pearl leary gourami. These guys have been great. So what I love is that they use their antenna. He's trying to feel me, but he can't feel me through the glass. But these guys are always exploring. They're always touching. Again, very tactical fish. They just love to kind of touch, feel, and move their way around their environment. But when they see something that interests them, yes, they will stick out their antennas and they will try to reach out and grab and touch. We also have the blue opaline gourami. We have, I think, 4 males left. Yeah, 4 males left. You can tell they're males because they have that high dorsal fin right there in the back. They are a semi-aggressive fish. You're going to want to keep these in a big tank. You're going to want to give them a lot of space, a lot of visual barriers. We got to add our plants back. I had to pull this tank apart recently. I got to put it back together. But yeah, like I said, hop in the chat. Ask questions if you want to ask general questions about aquariums. If you want to see specific fish in our catalog. If you want to look at these little chicken nuggets right here. We can do that. So yeah, these are our red and white ranchos. We do have some small ones available this week. They're $16. Our larger ones are $50. Let me go check outside. I either had a customer pull up or my wife is going to the grocery store. One or the other. My wife. Okay, good. Yeah, if you guys are into the African cichlids, we do have a ton of African cichlids this week. We do have some bigger ones available. These guys are $55. We have some OB peacocks. These guys, I love the iridescent blues on their scales. You can see them, they shine. We also have this OB dragon peacock over here. Hey, Breezy. Yeah, beautiful little dragon. And then we have this ruby red that we just got in this week. Blue face. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, all the peacocks, yeah, that's going to be their main thing is that they're going to have the little blue metallic face. And then depending on their color and their variant, you'll have a different pattern. But yeah, like I said, we have the ruby over here, if he ever shows himself. Yeah, we love the ruby. The breeder I work with has a ton of these in stock. I just wanted to bring a couple of them into the shop to kind of show them off. Frontosa, $40. Good afternoon. These are freshwater. So the really cool thing about the African cichlids is that they are freshwater fish, but they're so colorful. And when these guys were brought in back in the 80s, like it kind of revitalized the aquarium hobby for a little bit. Like it brought in a splash of color. Um, you had big fish. They are a little aggressive, so yeah, I tend to overstock. I tend to overstock the cichlids. The more fish you have, the less aggression you have. That's a frontosa. It's a little frontosa. I don't know if it's a male or female yet. I've had them for about 3 years, but it's a really slow growing fish. Yeah, so even with me, this isn't nearly as stocked as I want this to be. I want it to be packed, but right now I'm trying to find that African cichlid market. There's not a huge one in San Antonio. I know there's a huge following online, but once we find that, so the frontosa is going to be $40. Frontosa's 40. They're a Lake Tanganyika cichlid. They are a fish eater. They're a pescivore. But for me, they are aggressive, but for me, they're very mild. They kind of mind their own business. They're big lunkers. They get about, I've seen them about 12, 14 inches. I've seen them big. It's like size of little footballs. How big is the tank? Oh, 15? If you're going to do 15, I would stick to more of the microfish because these guys are all going to get large. I recommend the bare minimum for African cichlids is going to be at least a 55, and that's kind of tight, but they like the length. So I would say 55, the next would be 75, 90, and then once you go bigger than that, you're fine. But for 15, what would be good for you, and if you want color, the little Odessa barbs. So if you want to take a minute to to kind of research these a little bit, the little Odessa barbs, the males get this beautiful red stripe through their body, and then they turn black on the top and bottoms. So these guys are very young, but they're starting to mature real nicely. These guys are a showstopper, and they would be fine in the 15. The same thing with the neon tetra and the Von Rio tetra. They're a great community fish. They only get about an inch. You can keep a lot of them in a 15. You can put a big school of them. Just keep up on your water changes, add plants, and always monitor your food. When you feed these guys, you want to make sure you're not adding too much. We also have a sorority tank of bettas right here if you're interested. Which sorority bettas have been one of our highest sellers. These are one fish that we do a lot of turnover on. They are amazing. They're great. These colors are absolutely amazing. I'll tell you what. When I first stumbled in the aquarium hobby or the aquarium trade, um, female bettas were ugly. They were tiny. They were small. They were either blue or purple, and I feel like yeah, in the last 8 years, I mean, I've seen variants that are insane. But yeah, if you're interested, we do have a sorority pack on here. Our females are $16. I have a 3 pack of females for $45. And remember, you do save. Oh, I'm glad you said that. Let me finish this train of thought. I'm going to show you what we do different. But yeah, we have the 3 pack, $45. You're going to save 20% off the first $20 that you spend, and we ship flat rate. So for $30, yeah, you can add as many fish to that box as possible. We'll fill it. So what makes my shop different is that our bettas are in a flow through system. So these are little betta tanks. Here's the water. It's dripping into our system constantly. Goes through our overflows. It goes to my sump. Goes to its filtration. It gets heated, and then that water goes right back into the betta system. So these guys are constantly getting new clean water. The biggest battle I deal with these is sometimes my intakes get clogged, so these tanks overflow, and algae. I have to pull each one of these tubs down once a week and give them a good scrubbing. But yeah, we're big on animal care. We big on animal feed. So yeah, these guys get weekly water changes. All these tanks, every tank has plants in there, and the plants help with breaking down all the organic waste. And then we feed a ton of live foods. So we have our little blackworms right here. More blackworms. We do rotifers. We do phytoplanktons, daphnia, all that good stuff. So yeah, I say this as a joke, but also really, these fish eat better than I do. But yeah, everybody, you can always hop along. You can add into the chat. You can ask questions. You can ask to see specific fish. If you want to see anything in our catalog, open up our catalog, and I'll be able to show you those fish that are listed. If there's any coral people here, like I mentioned before, raise your hand. Let me know you're here. We can look at a lot of the corals that we have. Our coral frags start at $25. We have a special buy three, get one free. Thank you, Didi. But yeah, we have one buy three, get one free. We also have buy six, get free next day shipping. You're upgraded immediately once you pass that $200 threshold. And I'm pretty sure I can extend that to the fish too. I think if we get above $200, we can ship that box out next day, no problem. If you want to see my baby plecos are growing. Look at these little monsters. Can you believe it's been about a month since they were born? They're so cute. And then the other thing I like to tell everybody about the shipping is, yes, shipping is $30. That's the back. That's the box installation. That's the shipping cost. But we're also adding heat packs. Again, because we have to fight those cold temperatures. So yeah, shipping is $30 right now with all that included. Um, yeah, normally throughout the year our shipping is $24, but yeah, once this cold weather sets, we have to change gears. And if we have to do overnight shipping, we do a priority. It's $25 extra. There's a button for that. We can always upgrade the shipping if your areas are going to be cold. If your temperatures are going to be below 40 degrees or 35 degrees, we're probably going to hold off until we get some better shipping weather. I'd rather the fish be a day late than lose the fish. I'm trying to see what else we have this week. We do have these fancy plecos, $3.97 if they ever show themselves. Where are you guys? We have 4 more of these guys left for the week. Pea puffers. Uh, Pea puffers are they're freshwater. I don't think you have to keep them in brackish. I think they are truly freshwater. I know things like the greens, the spotted, those are brackish. But pea puffers, no, yeah, they're true freshwater. Yeah, there you go, Ashlyn. Thank you. But yeah, we have a ton of pea puffers in stock this week. I think I counted at least 20 to 25 yesterday. Yeah, these guys, we keep them solely fresh here. We don't do any salt with them, and they do absolutely fine. But yeah, this is one fish that we're trying to start. We're trying to start breeding here. Uh I'm pretty sure you can get away with a 10, but 15, 20 gallons. Yeah, I like them in smaller tanks. We can order blue lobsters. So if you send me a DM, I told everyone the story. We got a shipment delayed. I'm going out of town next week, so the next time we're going to order fish is going to be early December um, through the vendors. So if you want a blue lobster, let me know, and I can see if we can get one ordered for you. But yeah, I'm pretty sure my vendors have the electric blue crayfish, lobsters, orange, and the snow whites. But yeah, just send me a DM. Yeah, send me a DM. I'll put you in my special orders notebook, and we check that every week before we place our orders. We check on all special orders, and we see if we can bring them in. And that goes for anybody. If you guys want to make requests, you want to see if we have stuff available through the vendors, always ask. It never hurts to ask. But I said I think we're down to 20 female betas. So if you guys want to order female betas, we got some to go this week, and then we should be getting more next week. But yeah, sorority betas have been some of my biggest movers. They do really well. These girls are really chunky. Some of these girls are really full of eggs. I pulled a couple for breeding, so we're going to try to start making our own bettas in-house too. But yeah, let us know what you guys are interested in. Check the catalogs. We have mystery snails. We got blackworms. We have Daphnia cultures available if that's what you're into. Check that message. Okay. Cool. And also the vinegar eels. So I don't have blueberries. I am working with someone to see if I can get if I can get blueberries. Blueberries are super rare. They don't come up on my vendors list, and it makes me sad. But when it comes to the mystery snails, we have the blue mysteries. We have blue right here. We have ivory. Every time I put my hands in this tank, these barbs are pecking at me immediately. So we have gold, and then we have a few chestnut over here. I always forget where the chestnuts are. Here's a chestnut right here. But yeah, our mystery snails, they're $5. If you want to get a bundle, we can always do a bundle price. Plus, you get the coupon for today. So if you're interested in mystery snails, here's a beautiful chestnut here, very light in color. But yeah, let us know what color mystery snails you want, how many you want, and we can get them squared away. A lot more gold over here. I should have, I think I had 50. I think I had 50 mystery snails. But blueberries, yeah, blueberries we're going to try to get. They're really difficult to get a hold of. But we will try to get them. I said we also have the baddest. These guys have been a really popular fish. I've noticed them ever since 2017. They've been popping up, and people go crazy for the little baddest. I know there was at least one or two females in here. I would love to breed these guys in the future, but yeah, they are very cool. Yeah, Indonesian micro predator fish. These guys have been amazing. Bo, I'll make sure next time you make an order with me, I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna send you some baddest on the house because I know the last ones the shipping didn't work out, but I do want you to have these fish. And you're a very good customer. You're a good person, so I'll take care of you. Where are my plecos at? Here we go. We got four more of these in stock this week. There they are. I know they're hard to see. I still have the angels that I had from a couple weeks ago. If you want to see them. But yeah, here's my Pleco 397. The little tigers. Angels we got over here. So my angels are $8. We have a bundle. It's three for $25. But yeah, we have silver, we have gold marble, then we have gold. Congratulations, that's half the battle. I don't know if I have any veiled. I think we did at some point. Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure those sold. But yeah, we always have we get these locally through a breeder. He's really good. Um, to tell you that he has over 1,000 angels in his facility is an understatement. Yeah, exactly. You see, the goal should be trying to get a fish house. Like, do the room and then eventually make it a fish house. You don't need furniture. You don't need a living room. Yeah. I'll tell you, part of the origin of the fish room is that all these tanks were in my kitchen, and they were part of a breeding rack system. And eventually, my wife told me that they had to go. So yeah, we built this shed, and then we moved all the fish over here. And we're still expanding. We're still going up one more rack of tanks over here. We're expanding the frag system. It's going to be 255 low boys. If I can squeeze a third, I'm going to squeeze a third. And then we're building a 3-tier system over here. And then we're going to expand to the other room. Yeah, these walls are insulated. I think there's like 4 inches of insulation in these walls right here. I forgot if it was like R30, I believe. I had to fix that. That came loose. And then right now we have this portable heat pump, but we're going to put a big heat pump in this room. Actually, I might put the heat pump on that side, and I might take down one of these walls so I can just cook this entire area. But yeah, during the winter, we raise the temperature in this room to about 82 degrees. So it is miserable. But yeah, it is miserable. It is hot in here, but my fish are having the time of their lives, and I'm sweating when I get out of here. Yeah, eventually we'll get down when we open the marine section. We're taking the walls down, and it's going to be straight that way. Absolutely. The other thing I want to do is I've been looking at metal buildings, and we have koi ponds that we need to put here this winter. So we're putting koi ponds, an area for breeding platies. My Mexican pupfish are going to have a display area over there. Actually, hold on, guys. Let's pause the stream. Do you guys want to see the coolest fish in the world? I have 2 species of pupfish here that are extinct in the wild. I got them when I was working at the zoo. We got them donated. Let's go take a look at these fish. They are absolutely amazing. You guys look at my face for a little bit. Let's switch. Here we go. Yeah, so these guys are not for sale. These are part of a project that we're working on. and they're called Veronica pupfish. They're from the Quadracenicus area in Mexico. These guys went extinct in the wild back in 1996, and the only reason why they're around is because a few hobbyists collected them, a few zoos and institutions had them, and yeah, there's a few backyard hobbyists that have these guys. I'm part of a group, and we breed these all year long, and we swap genetics with each other. So um, every year I release like 2 or 3 pairs of these to trusted breeders, and we kind of keep these populations going. But these guys are amazing, and I wish I could show you one up close. I might be able to pull one. Here we go. Yeah, Cyprinodon veronicae. I'm sorry, sometimes I do go off topic. But these are some pretty males. These guys are buried about 2 feet underground. It insulates them for the winter time. Here we go. But these are beautiful little fish. They are mean, so they do fight all the time. But I do love their smoky colors. These guys are super amazing. In version 2 of the landscaping of the fish room, they're going to have their own dedicated pond over here. Yeah, they get about 2.5 inches, so they'll get about as big as my thumb, and their heads are like that size too. But yeah, we want to have a dedicated fish area over here. I want an area where they can come up, people can see them. I want to have informational graphics. I want to have their story, and eventually I want to have an area where we can collect money for them, and then we can donate that to whatever Mexican fish conservation programs they are. But that's the biggest thing. I know I'm going on a little tangent here, but I learned this from one of my mentors, Patrick Donston. It's important to always give back. So we take so much from from the world. You know, we take fish, we take this, we take that. But for him, it's always important to donate back. So he donates to the Great Terrapin Project, the Hammerhead Project, coral restoration, stuff like that. So my goal is first I have to be able to get this shop into profitability, and after we get profitable, we can start being charitable. It's a tongue twister. It's a lot, but it's truly what we're passionate about. We love fish here. We absolutely love fish. I wouldn't have ran a zoo for the last 8 years. I actually been in the aquarium hobby for over 20, and I've been captivated by this hobby. Anyway, back to the fish room. I laugh like a little dummy too when I get excited. But yeah, again, if there's anything you guys are interested, hop on the catalog, take a look around. We have a ton of fish available. We have a lot of cool fish. Yes, we have the golden white clouds, short fin. I know everyone's been asking me about long fins, but we do have these available. These are actually imported. So these guys are $4 this week. My breeder is working on trying to reproduce these. They actually grow up really fast. So I've seen his fry like almost in like 2 months, almost look like adults. But yeah, once I get him online, we'll have a cheaper source for white clouds. And that's what we try to do. I mean, a lot of pet shops do this. We have a select group of breeders, but our albino cories, they're locally bred. Our plecos are all locally bred. The little tigers, all of these African cichlids were all bred in San Antonio. My angels are bred. The corals we order, but we also try to frag them whenever we get a chance. By fragging the corals, we reduce the need of collecting them from the ocean. I think that's what makes coral fragging really cool. Makes corals cool in general. And the same thing with our plants too. Right now, I'm running low on plants. I usually have this entire tank full of plants, but we've been selling out really fast, and it's a good problem to have. But we're starting to aquaculture a lot of plants indoors. But one of my favorite plants for the week was the Scarlet Temple. I think these guys have been absolutely phenomenal. And they're rooting out like crazy. We've had these guys for 2 weeks, and that's 2 weeks worth of root growth. Let's pop them back in. Woo. you keep missing out. I keep holding them for you. Um, I gotta check with my vendor. I think the last one I have is a regular longfin. Yeah, because the last ones I held for about a week. Um, but somebody came by, they bought them, so I can always see if we can find more of the baby longfin bushy noses. But you got to send me the message. You got to send me the message so I know if I have to hold or if they need to get sold. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, if the fish sit here for too long, I'm gonna have to start charging them rent. But yeah, oh, look at that clam. Sorry. That's my little gold Maxima clam right there. That thing is matte. That thing is open. Beautiful. That's so cool. I like them. Let's zoom out. But yeah, guys, hop on the catalog, see what we have, see anything that piques your interest. If you want to see anything, let me know. There's never any pressure to buy. If you just want to see some cool fish, tell me I want to see that fish, and we will take you over there. My doorbell went off. I got to check. See, my wife. I know there's a customer coming to get some ghost shrimp later, so I'm keeping an eye out. But yeah, we're getting new betas next week. We kind of got delayed on them. I'm still up in the air about next week's shows. I know Friday's show, it's up in the air whether it's going to happen, but we will definitely do a Saturday show. But yeah, I'm going out of town this weekend. I don't even know if I'm going to be back Saturday, honestly. So yeah, we're up in the air, but we'll definitely be back next Sunday. So I usually get fish in every week. They usually come in on Wednesdays. This week, it kind of got away with me. My beta guy, he didn't get back to me until late last week or this week. So I didn't want the fish sitting in the post office over the weekend. So we're just going to get them shipped out Monday. I should have them by Wednesday. When I order from my vendors, we usually order Friday. They ship Monday. I get them here Tuesday or Wednesday. But anytime we get new stuff, I'm always going to update the catalog. I update our Facebook, our main website. So we're always going to try to have the most up-to-date stock list. But if you're looking for anything in particular, let me know. We can always order it through our vendors if they're available. The only thing I do is I ask people to put a deposit on the fish. That ensures that when the fish come in, they don't sit with me. Like they have an intended place to go. And I haven't shown these guys off in a while, but these are the last guppies that I have this year. Well, right now. We have the red body short tuxedos. We only have males available. They're $8 each, but we're trying to get more live bearers. We're trying to fill the live bearer section. Live bearers are pretty empty right now. Cool. But yeah, if you're just joining us, check out the shop button. It's over there in the corner. If you click it, you can see a lot of the stuff that we have in our shop right now. We have a lot of cool little fish. I think I just noticed there's some things missing, like the neon tetras. I think are missing. But we can always post them on the board. So yeah, you can always let us know what interests you. We can always find. One of the coolest fish that I have are these orange chromides. So they're an Asian cichlid. There's at least there's two chromides that I know of. There's orange and there's green. And these cichlids can actually convert to a brackish water system, which is really cool. But for me, they're semi-aggressive. They're very peaceful. They tend to just mind their own business. That's why I keep them over here. I mean, they're hanging out with my Harlequin Raciboras, my Asian rummy nose, some of my more sensitive fish, and they don't tend to bother them. They kind of just mind their own business. They do push back. If someone pushes them, they push back. But for the most part, they're very unique, very cool, very bright fish. And then these guys are on special this week too. The electric blue Acara. Normally these are $20, but we're doing them for 16 because we got them from one of the local breeders here. He does a really good job with breeding these guys. They look really good. They grow fast. And we always try to work on the price because this is already an expensive hobby. So if we can find ways to find better quality fish for a good deal, we try to pass on that deal to you guys too. That's part of our brand. So I said, just let us know what direction you want us to go. Any fish you want to see. If you guys want to see corals, let me know about corals. Because we got a ton. I'm actually going to go over to the coral section. Where is my coral stick? Here we go. Oh, that's beautiful. That's perfect. But yeah, we do love a lot of these corals. These guys right here, the Darth Maul Parites, little uncresting coral, but you can see all his little polyps, all his little mouths are sticking out. It almost looks like little hairs right there at the tip of the coral. But that's a sign of a nice, healthy coral. When their tentacles are out, when their feeding tentacles are out, and they're eating, best sight in the world. And we got a little meteor shower. Oh man, why did I forget its name? Sophastria. Yeah, there it is. The meteor shower Sophastria. So all of our coral frags, they're $25. We have specials. Buy three get one free. Buy six, $200, and it's next day shipping included. I forgot what chalice this is. This might be a weirdo chalice. More Parites. All right, we're done with the corals. There's never any coral people in here. They only come by every once in a while. But yeah, feel free to ask questions. Talk about your aquarium. Talk about fish compatibility. I kind of wish I could do the stream this way. I want to live my world in widescreen. Hate. I don't like doing it like this. We'll zoom out. But yeah, this is my fish room. Super proud of this room. Right now we have 700 gallons worth of capacity. We have both freshwater, saltwater, corals, plants. We still have a way to go. we want to build this room up to be something special. I'll be happy when this room has at least 1,000 gallons in it. So yeah, I think we've gone over everything in the fish room. I was hoping to have more bettas this week, but that didn't happen. Yellow with the black spots. These guys are the Alunicara, the peacocks. But yeah, we have our little Obi peacocks. Our small peacocks, our small cichlids, they're all $8 this week. My larger ones are 55. These are colored up males. But yeah, those small guys right there, $8, $8. Where's the other one? $8. And these guys are all going to be sold as OB peacocks. They do have the genetic code for the OB, the orange blotch. So we're not going to sell them as purebreds, because if you try to breed them, you're going to come out with a few of these and you're going to be upset. So yeah, these guys are all going to be sold as OBs. And that is what an OB peacock looks like when they're done. And then we have the dragon over here. These little guys, this guy right here, they're $8. Yeah, so all of our small African cichlids, they're $8. Yeah, we can do that, and we can do the red jewel. You want me to put them up on the board? Let me make sure we're talking about the same one, because I have 3 species of jewel cichlid here. So that's a red jewel. That is a Tarkana. And there's I think that's a turquoise. But yeah, we'll do the second one. So the blah blah blah. This guy. Okay, that's a Turkana. So yeah, I'll post them both up. So let me get a picture. Click. So OB Peacock. We'll do them for $8. So the OB Peacock is on the board, and then after that, we'll do the jewel. Absolutely, yeah. So it says the shipping, but since you have an open order, it's going to combine with that original order, so you don't have to pay double on the shipping. All right, congratulations. And then let's get this little Tarkana. Ba, ba, ba. Pinned. All right, so we got the Turkana. And he's pinned to the board. There you go. So we got the red Tarkana. I'll probably get you this little beefy boy right here. All right, congratulations. You got your 3 fish coming tomorrow. So you got your Pleco, you got the OB, and you got your Tarkana Jewel. I hope you enjoyed them as much as I enjoyed them. because I love them. They are my friends. Super cute. Oh, Wispy, that's the other thing too. So I was looking into your area. It looks like you guys are going to have a little bit warmer of a day on Thursday. So I was going to pack your order up on Tuesday, so that it arrives to you on Thursday where it's slightly warmer. And we're going to have it dropped off at a UPS hub. Do you know if there's any UPS hubs by you? Any UPS stores? I'll mess. Yeah, what I'm gonna do, I'm definitely gonna check your area code, but before we pick a location, I like to make sure that I talk to you guys, and you guys know exactly where the fish are gonna be. I want you to have your tracking number because I want the day that that fish makes it to that facility. I want you to be able to go there and pick up your fish. Yeah, because this cold weather is it's too hard to fight. There's no heating pack in the world that's going to keep them from freezing. So we want to make sure that we give the fish the best odds. And as always, live arrival guaranteed. So if anything happens, message me immediately. We'll take care of it. These guys are also my favorite. The Petricola catfish over here, Synodontis petricola. They've been really active lately. They're so cute. Woo. Oh, remember Wispy, once you get your fish acclimated, once they're settled in, once you get your tank the way you like it, please send us pictures. We'd love to see pictures of your fish once you guys get them. I like to see their forever homes. All right. Yeah, Dee Dee does that all the time. I get to see all my little betas that she's taking care of. And they're so cute. They're beautiful. We love them. I got to make sure I talk to my guy and get that pineapple for you too. Try to see if he has any pineapple females. I guess that's one thing I could be thankful for, the fact that he ghosted me for 2 days, is that I get to add on a late order and get you the fish you want if he has them. All right, I'll check that DM after the stream. Thank you so much, though. And again, anybody else, if you guys are looking for anything, let me know. We have a ton of fish available. They're great. They're wonderful. They're fat. They're chubby, healthy little fish. Right now, we're doing quality over quantity. So we have enough fish. We have cool fish, but we have the right amount that we can care for properly. As the company grows, we'll get more fish. You just got a new bow front 50? Yeah, I like them. I like them. They're an odd tank. They're an odd tank. They're different, and it gives you a different perspective on the fish too, which I think is really cool. Like the thing about me is, again, you guys know I'm a big aquarium nerd, and the way people geek out over cars and engines, I geek out over fish tanks. Like people will show me like 50-gallon tanks with like integrated overflow filtration in the back, and I just lose my mind. I'm like, oh, that's an all glass aquarium back from the early '90s. They're like the Cadillac of fish tanks. Big nerd. I don't apologize for being a nerd. But yeah, guys, let us know if there's anything you guys are interested in. We do have a few alien betas this week. Our alien betas are 35. There's our boy right here. I need you to focus. There it is. There it is. But yeah, he's beautiful. He's kind of a little grouch. But he is a fantastic colored fish. And I have one more alien over here. They are little weirdos. All right, looks like my phone is dying. If there's anyone that wants to look at some last minute stuff, let me know. If not, I'm probably going to go put my phone in the charger, help my wife put some groceries away, and I might come back later on tonight at 8 o'clock if anyone's interested. All right, other than that, for at least the time being, this is Nelson with Creekwood.aquatics. I'll see you guys soon. Have a good day. Bye. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for coming. Thanks for the support.